Hello, I Anand Jain from Hanumangarh, Rajasthan welcomes you to your favorite Shridevi classes YouTube channel where we inculcate interest and confidence in science, engineering and architecture subjects. Today in our playlist of green buildings, we will understand the concept of building form and narrate the role of building form in sustainable architecture. So this learning video will define building form and will explain how building form can helps to attain the goals of sustainable architecture. So let's start building form in sustainable architecture. If we consider anthropogenic source of greenhouse gas emission, CO2 emission by man-made activities, then industry got maximum share, roughly one-third of total, and transportation is another significant contributor of CO2 emission. But if we see building construction activities which involve several type of material, then building material and construction practice have 11% share in CO2 emission, and building operation got another considerable share, 28%. So in all total 40% or 2/5 part of total CO2 emission in our surroundings by man-made activities are contributed by building and cities. So we can say buildings and cities are prime source of global warming that cause severe concern of climate change as global population and urbanization is on the rise. So it will enhance greenhouse gases emission or global warming, and this will result in catastrophic damages in our environment and ecology, that is loss of ice near poles, rise of sea level, and incidence of intense storm, rains or severe droughts. So in order to maintain sustainability of our environment, it is imperative to focus on maximizing the efficiencies in building design so that we can avoid the catastrophic climate consequences which we people are facing nowadays. Sustainable architecture or the concept of green building places a strong emphasis on reducing environmental impact of building operation while prioritizing occupant comfort and well-being. So such green buildings use a form of building that optimize natural ventilation, maximize daylighting, and improve energy efficiency in heating, ventilation and air conditioning of building space. Building form refers to shape, configuration and external appearance of a structure. It is a three-dimensional object which is perceived in space and time by visual experience, and that play a vital role in building's aesthetic qualities, functionalities and its interaction with surroundings. And a correct building form got a great role in sustainable architecture. This building form of Al Bahar Tower in Abu Dhabi represent its shape, configuration and external appearance which we visualize. Now this building form and orientation significantly impact the thermal and visual comfort. The proper design of building form can enhance occupant well-being by optimizing natural lighting, natural ventilation that optimize passive energy efficient design. The building form decide size, shape, material and design of building envelope, and this building envelope is crucial for controlling the thermal heat transfer between indoor spaces and outdoor spaces. In a well-designed building form, one can reduce the area size of building envelope or external surface area, and simultaneously it can also increase internal volume, and this will lower losses of heat transfer and enhance operational efficiency that lower energy consumption and simultaneously minimize environmental impacts of building operation. The ratio of surface area of building envelope to the volume which building occupy is very important in deciding energy efficiency of building operation, and this surface to volume ratio is decided by building form. Building form determine volume to space inside a building that needs to be heated or cooled. So we are using volume and we have envelope surface area for heat transfer. A building which is more compact in shape results in lower surface to volume ratio. Here we have two 6-story buildings meant for some office activities, each floor got 10 feet height. Now one is a rectangle floor plan with size 50 feet to 200 feet. So in all total floor area of office per floor is 10,000 square feet. Now the same 10,000 square feet could have a square floor plan. Now the both buildings have the same amount of total 6-story floor area, that is 10,000 square feet per floor and in all 6 floor. So it is 60,000 square feet in both buildings. But if we consider the envelope surface area, then for this rectangle floor plan, this surface area of envelope is 40,000 square feet, and for the same total 6-story floor area, the envelope area of square building is less and it is only 34,000 square feet. So this square plan got lesser envelope area, got lesser surface to volume ratio, so they are more thermally efficient than rectangle ones. And if in place of square plan, if we had used a circular plan, that would have fetch more compact building design with lesser amount of surface to volume ratio or better thermal efficiencies. When we consider building form for energy efficiency of a building operation, we should consider its total floor area, the perimeter, building height and surface to volume ratio. If a building got greater perimeter to surface area ratio, the more heat transfer will take place from envelope sides. So it will have both more heat gain in summer and more heat loss in winter. So for energy efficient operation, we have to reduce this perimeter to area ratio to ensure energy efficiencies in building operation. In place of rectangle floor section, a square floor section got better and lower value of perimeter to area ratio. And for any geometry, the minimum perimeter for a given surface area will occur when the geometry is circular. So for 10 by 10 100 unit floor area, if we take a circle of 5.64 unit, then it would have a internal area of 100 unit, but its perimeter is less than that of square section. In square section, these 4 10 unit sides will have total perimeter of 40 unit, whereas for a circle of radius r, this perimeter is 2 pi r and its perimeter is 35.4. So in compared to square section, a circular section got a compactness ratio of 88.5. So in place of rectangle section, square section is better and circular section is the best. So building form, the shape, configuration and external appearance affect sustainability of any building structure, and building form is influenced by the choice of material and construction techniques which are used to build any space. When we use simple forms with basic shapes and small volume, then it will minimize use of material resources that not only save construction cost but also reduce environmental impact of building construction and building operation. So we can say simple forms with basic shapes and small envelope and compact designs are suitable for sustainable architecture as they reduce environmental impact of building construction and building operation. Architects use various shapes and visual elements to create a visual pleasing and harmonious structure for aesthetic, pleasant, attractive appearance of building. Now, all building forms should align with the functional requirements of building space, and they should respond to surrounding environment, taking into consideration the landscape, climatic conditions and cultural and functional factors. As this building form of a hospital generate required aesthetic considerations as well as fulfill functionality and context requirement. The choice of building material and construction techniques can significantly impact the form of building or shape, configuration or external appearance of building. For instance, a building with RCC frame structure have a different form and got little flexibility in form design, whereas one building with load-bearing masonry wall got a limitation in form selection and should have simple straight line formation for building form. So the choice of building material and construction technique have an impact on form of a building. Different architecture styles have unique forms that can be associated with specific cultural or historical reference. For example, Gothic architecture is known for its pointed arches and ribbed vault, while modern architecture often feature clean lines and minimum ornamentation. Building foam significantly influence natural ventilation. Cross positioning of opening and window enhance natural ventilation, and this reduce reliance on mechanical heating, ventilation or air conditioning system, and that results in saving in energy consumption. So careful orientation and proper layout promote cross ventilation. The placement of window and doors facilitate intake of fresh cool air and exhaust of bad and hot air. Building shape decide facility of natural air circulation. If a building shape got open courtyards, atria or open plants, then it will encourage natural air circulation and improve energy efficiency of building operation. Fenester design in a building is also a part of building form. The placement of window size and their operational ability is very essential for energy efficient green buildings. Well placed window can draw fresh air inside the building space and while allowing warm bad air to escape out of building. Operable vents or lowers can provide manual or automatic control over airflow. So fenestration design, placement of window at appropriate position and of appropriate size is very important in a building form. Good fenestration design in a building form can support effective daylighting and that reduce need for artificial lighting and also improve the indoor comfort with glare free, good illumination level, uniform lighting by natural means. Well placed window maximize natural light penetration and appropriate external shading can reduce glare and heat component of solar radiation. Good architecture features in building form can be used to enhance natural daylighting in building operation. Light shelves, reflective surfaces, skylights or atrias can direct, redirect or diffuse natural light to ensure even illumination, uniform lighting and glare-free vision operation. So in a building with central area locations, we can introduce natural daylight incorporating skylights or atria, and this will reduce requirement of artificial lighting, conserve our energy resources and enhance comfort and well-being of occupants. The most important consideration for any green building operation is its energy efficient performance, and building form directly affect energy performance of building operation. An energy efficient building should have compact design. A compact design minimize exterior surface area from which heat gain or heat loss will take place, and such compact buildings having less surface area to volume or less perimeter to floor area becomes more energy efficient in operation, and this compact design consideration is especially important in regions with extreme hot or cold climates. A building form with suitable building material for insulation and required amount of thermal mass can ensure appropriate temperature condition inside the building space to ensure comfort and well-being of occupants. So building material, wall thickness influence thermal performance of any building form. Proper material selection, thickness, design create required insulation, and use of thermal mass maintain indoor temperature as thermal mass absorb day heating and the same heat when released in night duration maintain indoor temperature. Now to stop excessive heating during daytime, we can incorporate proper shading in form design, and such shades appropriate thick glass paneling reduce heat gain during summertime, and in winter when sun got lower orbital positions, then this shading won't come in between sun radiation and building space can get both light as well as heat of winter day. So appropriate shading design, appropriate shading device, roof design, use of insulation and thermal mass can maintain indoor temperature for comfort and well-being. In conclusion, we can say sustainable building design is a multifaceted endeavor, and building form is one critical aspect for sustainable building design. By considering natural ventilation, daylighting, and energy efficiency in initial design stage, architect can create structures that not only minimize environmental impact but also enhance the comfort and well-being of occupants and reduce operation cost of building. The integration of these principles of natural ventilation, daylight, and energy efficiency into building form is a key step towards a more sustainable and resilient built environment. In this beautiful learning video, we could understand building form, which is basically shape, configuration, or external appearance of any building, is very important in sustainable architecture, as this can ensure natural ventilation, daylighting, and energy efficiency in building operation. Our other learning video of the same playlist are equally useful, and we also got a Hindi version of the same video. The links for all those videos are given in the description itself. If you found our work useful, do share it with your friends. Happy learning. Have a nice time. Thank you very much.